Hey everyone, Mike here today with some thoughts here on Nobody Saves the World. We'll go ahead and start here. As you can see, I'm 2 hours 47 minutes into this game. So I've put in a decent amount of time. I've completed a couple of the dungeons, and I've kind of unlocked the world for me to explore at this point. So first things first, let's kind of bring up the menu here and quickly look at the quests. So we got a bunch of different quests. We can look at the map here and get an idea that, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff to do. As you can see, we've done a couple of the little dungeons here. We've done kind of the main castle. And now the world has been opened up for us to do a bunch of these quests. However, there's a quest here to do, so let's give a quick look at that one here and see what we need to do. So you can destroy a rat with a single blow. And he wants us to bring him a rat. Now I've got this little wheel here I can do and switch over to a rat and we'll talk to him. And yeah, let's test it out. Will he destroy us in one punch? Obviously we just saved the game, so yep. He absolutely did do that. And let's see, what does he have to say about it? Huh. Well, interesting. So I'm curious if there's an objective here where we've got to meet a certain amount of level or strength for us to not die and succeed that mission. So anyways, let's kind of make our way through to the closest next objective here, which is off on the left. We'll switch over to the horse here, which is a little bit faster to move. And so, yeah, this game is a little bit unique in that it's one of these just games where instead of being, you know, a Twitch-based game where you gotta do all sorts of dodging and attacks and stuff and timing-based things, this one's very much more of a strategic one, where you're spending time kind of deciding which, well, there's still a lot of, you know, action-y stuff here. But you're definitely looking at the different options you have available and switching to different people, creatures, monsters, whatever you want to call them, and kind of choosing what works best for that current situation. Now, eventually later on, you'll find that some of the enemies and creatures may have a resistance or a shield that requires a certain kind of damage to break. And so that's where the game kind of forces you to switch around. So if we look here, yeah, this is kind of the character progression screen. Nobody saves the world, you being nobody. That's kind of the joke there. This is a Drinkbox Studios game, by the way. People make Guacamelee. We can kind of see what kind of humor, if you've played those games, you know what to expect. Yeah, there's a lot of references and things like that, but not in a cringy, annoying way either. Surprisingly difficult to do, actually. But anyways, yeah, as you level up some of these different creatures or characters, you unlock different paths. So right now my ranger is a C class or C tier. And I'd get a bodybuilder if I was B tier. I haven't reached that yet. The slug here is D tier. If I go C tier, I can get a mermaid. So if I choose the slug here, you'll see that I've got a couple missions to do. And so on the right-hand side of the screen, at the top, well, first of all, there's the mission itself. The top bar is kind of the specific character / creature experience and what you need to level up. And then the lower bar is kind of the overall level. So regardless of what creature character you choose, you're always leveling up. And also the world around you kind of levels up as well. So that's kind of worth keeping in mind. But yeah, each character creature gets a set of missions. The game kind of gates progress to a certain extent, in the sense that they're not letting you necessarily grind it out and upgrade too far. At least not at the beginning. They kind of don't dish out missions once you've reached kind of the... You start at F, you go up to D, and then C tier, and then they kind of hold you back there. And maybe now... Oh, I'm getting even more unique stuff. Cool. But yeah, I'm getting more unique missions here, which is interesting. But yeah, I've got 2 missions here, which... we can sprint. Oh, I have a sprint ability now? Oh yeah, that's right. I just unlocked that. That's right. Once you finish the first level, once you go from F to D tier, you do unlock your second attack. And as you can see here, once I reach B tier, I'll get a 3rd one. Yeah, I'm not far enough into the game to know just how far some of these things go. But, you know, it's not bad. I think mechanically, I like that the fact that it's not this, you know, twitchy-based, high-precision kind of game like some of the other ones out there. I definitely appreciate having something a little bit different. However, some of the ideas that they have here are good, but I wish they were maybe a little bit better in terms of execution. So for instance, I'm playing on a Xbox One controller, and one of the things you do is you hold the right trigger to lock your position. And this is handy because you have a lot of charge-up attacks, right? So you're not using the right analog stick at all to aim or anything like that, which again is fine. You're using the face buttons to do different attacks and whatever. The problem that I have is you'll probably see me in some of these scenarios. I'll lock and I'll be looking at kind of the wrong direction, and then I'll have to release and relock to try and point in the right direction. It happens a bit too often, like just here. I pulled down, but I didn't start looking down. There's kind of a snapping thing going on. Maybe if I use the D-pad, I won't run into this problem as much. But still. Okay, so... Wow. Those are some arcane words. Anyways, not Tomb Raider, so we're looking for Lara Croft. Yeah, there you go. But not Tomb Raider, don't get confused. Cool. Alright. So we'll take the left path, and we'll probably have to go and find / save anyways. That's how this game is. But yeah, I find that's a bit of a problem. Also, switching characters, it doesn't pause combat, so you're switching characters in real time. Now, the way to go around that problem is to just do it through the menu. You can also switch characters through the menu. Again, the problem I have there is it doesn't pause or slow down time a little bit at least. And so I've definitely had problems where I try and switch characters quickly, and while trying to switch quickly, I don't choose the right one, I don't choose the right one again, and it's just not great. So this is where having the... Okay, I can attack from down here. That makes that easy. Well, slug's not the best to do. I think think we'll have to try that again. But yeah, it's like I said, it's an interesting game. I think they've got some really cool ideas, and I think it generally works pretty well. But I think it's just also an unfortunate, you know. I'm not sure how you'd fix it. It's just trying to select different characters and stuff has been less than ideal, at least so far. Dang, this is rough. I don't know if I have a better character to do this, because most of the characters in this game don't really have ranged attacks. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck with the ranger. Either the ranger or the slug, and I think in all of these cases let's give this a go again. Let's see. Again, you could, I don't know if you noticed, this stupid me shooting left. It's, yeah, we'll come back and try this one. I think I'll try this one later. I wonder if just jumping up to the next level for this, for the ranger, would help me, because that would unlock a potential next attack. You could also upgrade each of the different attacks. You get these coins that are used for that. So far, it seems like the game kind of hands you coins to upgrade this at a fairly steady pace. I've got all but this attack for the slug upgraded, so also I guess the turtle, but I've not used the turtle much. So yeah, I guess it depends how quickly you're upgrading characters too, I suppose. But again, I can keep upgrading the ranger, or I can play with the squirrel or the slug to get the mermaid, or I can play as a turtle to get the robot quickly. Got a bunch of options. And now that we're dealing with kind of an open game, open world map, you know, I'm kind of free to do whatever. So yeah, that's Nobody Saves the World. It is not a terribly expensive game. I'm playing the Game Pass version, so of course if you have Game Pass, you can get it on there. Otherwise, I looked at Steam real quick, and it is a $24.99 US or $28.99 Canadian. It's also been 35% off in the past, so you know, you can definitely get it on sale as well here and there. I don't know, full price, this seems like a decent option though. I think despite some of my issues with, you know, the locking and switching characters and stuff, it's a little bit annoying, but it's not like a deal breaker by any means. It's one of those things where it's just, well, this is kind of your, I don't want to call it a gimmick, but this is your primary design choice, and it's a little off, right? So I wish that part was a little bit better. Anyways, we got a traveling merchant here as well, so I can buy more upgrade tokens if I wanted. There's only one of these stars left. The stars are used to open up gates and kind of getting you to the next area. Again, this is a way they sort of gate progress until you're actually ready to do it. You can also buy permanent stat increases. So if you're just kind of grinding away and getting more XP, well, you're also upgrading your stats on top of that. And yeah, this dungeon is very high level 30. I'm only level 8, so It's maybe a little bit too high for me right now. But that round thing there in the bottom left corner that I looked at a second ago, that's what I need to get up to the next level. Yeah, I guess I'm really not meant to get a B tier character just yet, because the game has really not given me any side missions to keep progressing, and so I guess the idea is that you do a lot of C tier for a while, and then eventually it kind of opens up, gives you more quests that you would need to do the next tier upgrade. Because the quest that I have there is not terribly difficult, of killing 8 enemies with one of those attacks. It is something that you'd have to kind of sit down and really plan out, though. Yeah, overall thoughts, I don't know, it's pretty cool. It's decent. It's not my favorite game so far. I'm not sure how much I'm actually going to stick with it. And not that it's bad by any means, mostly because the more kind of strategic option, less twitchy aspect is a little bit less of what I'm looking for. So again, not bad, it's just different, and yeah, maybe not for everyone. The heck was up here? Oh, level 20. Oh, I know. Okay, I know where we are. There's a lab there on the right, but I don't think I have anything to do in there. Yeah, I don't have any mission markers, objective markers. Anyways, yeah, the game's pretty clear here. Like, hey, level 20, don't bother. But also, there's gates everywhere to kind of stop you from getting into too much trouble, so... and also, as you walk into the area, it tells you what level area it is. So, we'll end this here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, yeah, we'll probably see you guys next week with some other game of sorts.